Hello, hello, hello. This is Sandy with needsaribbon.com bringing you a Let's Kit Together. And I normally do them on Thursday nights, but my schedule for the next couple weeks is kind of crazy. So I don't know why I'm talking so slow too. Probably because I feel off. I'm used to doing them on Thursdays, and I'm doing this on a Tuesday. Anyway, this is Sandy McManus with needsaribbon.com bringing you an edition of Let's Kit Together. And tonight we're going to put together the colorful Kaleidoscope kit from Stampin Up. It is item 161804. And let's go ahead and dig in. When they offer new kits, I order them. I don't look, I just think, I put it in my cart, and I just order them. So I assume it's a card kit. I'm not actually entirely sure. and I kind of laugh as I say this because I could be pleasantly surprised. Given the box size, I'm going to guess it's a card kit. I recently did the April Paper Pumpkin kit. It's still sitting here where I left it when I finished it. The Wreath of Blooms kit, which I recently did too. And you know what's funny? So if you regularly watch my Let's Kit Togethers, I somehow missed scheduling at all ever the March Paper Pumpkin, which was the 10th anniversary Paper Pumpkin. Never got on my schedule at all. So that's coming up in May, because why not? Again, just crazy schedule. Okay, so this is the colorful Kaleidoscope kit. I assume it's a card kit. I'm not sure. It's just a standard kit box. Let's open it up and see. We can all be surprised together. Okay, it's a card kit. Oh, thank gosh. And it's an all-inclusive card kit. I can tell because there's a block there. I'm actually a little bit relieved because I had no idea. I looked at my schedule and I'm like, oh, I have a kit together tonight. And I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Nothing, none of that. No clue. So I guess this is what we're making. Again, when I say let's kit together, I literally stand by let's kit together. Let's do the kits together. I don't sneak peek any more than I absolutely have to. I just saw that Stampin' Up had released a new kit. Didn't even look if it was cards or something else. They're in my shopping cart, and here it is. I'm laughing because who does that? I don't know. Maybe others do. I don't know. But I've been loving doing these Let's Kit Togethers. I really have, for a lot of very varied reasons. Very varied. Very varied? Very varied. I can't get this open. So yeah, it looks like we make 3 each of 3 card styles, and it's beautiful. Look at that. It does, it reminds me of those little Kaleidoscope tube things that you played with as a kid. Wow, that really is pretty. Okay, well, we're doing it. Oh my gosh. Seriously, Sandra. Now I can't get the darn thing open. Okay. But yeah, that's what I mean when I say let's get together. We truly are doing this together, beginning to end. And if you're watching later, grab your kit and let's do this. And if you've watched my other Let's Kit Togethers, I only brought a scissor. I did bring some other supplies off the camera, just in case, because again, I really had no idea when I saw it, a kit together coming up. I'm like, oh, Kaleidoscope kit. That's all I wrote on my calendar. Okay, no idea. And I know I should know because I put the little graphics together and post them for schedule. I really try not to look. I truly mean that. I throw together the little Let's Kit Together graphics and all of that, and I truly, okay, so we have glue dots. I see dimensionals here, mini dimensionals. I see a block. I see a stamp set. Yeah, this is kind of crazy. Who does that? Who does not know what they're doing? Yeah. Okay. Ooh, those are pretty. self-adhesive little gold polished dots something. Here's our block. Here's some mini dimensionals. Here's the stamp set that comes with the colorful Kaleidoscope. Yep, colorful Kaleidoscope kit. And it's all about thanking you. Thanks, I can't thank you enough. And I love you so much. Wishing you a magical birthday. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh. May your day be filled with light and love. So could you, it's kind of a general purpose, just because you're so special to me. Kind of hard to see. So kind of a general purpose kind of thing. Let's flip it over so we can look at what the kit contents are. When I do my Let's Kit Togethers, we look at the front, and then we look at the back, and then we go in and dig in. So it comes with these pre-printed envelopes, which are right here, which are beautiful. Oh my gosh. That looks like a gray granite. What are the colors? Okay, so the colors in the kit: Bermuda Bay, Calypso Coral, Gold, Gray Granite, I was right, Night of Navy, and Petal Pink. It didn't look like Smoky Slate. Gray Granite has almost, kind of pulls, not quite red, but almost more of a brown. Looks more like concrete to me. So these are the envelopes that come in the kit. Aren't they pretty? I hope I'm in the right direction. I really hope this thing is filming the correct way. I don't know. Facebook keeps changing the controls, and it's about 50 menus now to get into Do a Live if you have a page. Not if you're a person, but a page. I don't know. Anyway, not grumbling, just... Those are really pretty. Okay, I can honestly see cutting these apart if you wanted to do. I see some beautiful art. I haven't even dug into the kit, and I see some beautiful alternates. You guys, use these as paper. Holy moly, would that be beautiful? Would that be beautiful paper? Wow. That has kind of a Native American. They kind of have a Native American feel, with the kind of mandala. That's not really Native American, but the centrist type design with the colors more than anything is what makes me feel Native American. But that is beautiful. Okay, putting those aside because we don't need them till we mail them, I guess. Oh, okay. So the envelope's the block. The card base is the stamp set, which we've already talked about. Some various overlays, it looks like lacy type overlays, little gold dots, which I'm fascinated by. Your adhesive, some other strips. No idea what that is. Probably dimensional strips. I'm not sure, but we'll dig in and find out. Okay, so card number 1. Putting all, and we get a gray granite ink spot too. So putting adhesive and dots aside, we're putting our stamping type stuff aside. It looks like, okay, so when I do Let's Kit Togethers, if you're not familiar with how I do them, I like to do all my stamping first and then go back. Generally, not always, but generally. Just so it can dry and all that. I just find that it's easier to get the stamping out of the way unless it's like something super intensive, which if it's a kit, it's not likely. Just because they don't use real true like solid color cardstock. It's printed close but not quite a cardstock weight, and these printed materials tend to have a mild coating on them. So I find it's just easier to do the stamping, set it aside while you do the rest of it. That's just my tip. You do you. God, that is really... Okay, so I'm like, ooh, shiny. Ooh, shiny. Okay, so they are adhesive strips. That was something in the picture. So we're going to put... Wow, that is so pretty, you guys. Again, I'm kind of glad I don't peek ahead, too. It just makes this more exciting. So I have no idea what I'm doing. So looks like we need to put our card bases aside even. And yeah, so we need to stamp, and I went over the colors, and it does make 9, yeah, 3 each of 3 styles. Okay, Sunday's all over the place tonight, can't you tell? So we need to stamp our thank you, thank you, thank you, which is in the middle of the little stamp thing. I'm going to just remove this for now because it's going to get in the way. And my little tip, if you haven't caught on yet, I line up my block with the edge, and especially since this is pretty uniform squared off printing, I use the grid to try and line it up, or at least close. And photopolymer comes with a sticky finish, so you don't want to put it like on your dirty palm, but like on the back of your hand generally. Yeah, you can hear that stick is mostly gone. Just a tip. I know I give the same tips every time because sometimes there's new people. Okay, I'm going to do a test with this because I'm not entirely sure that's on there fairly square. And that's why I like to use grid paper too, for a lot of reasons. It's my ruler, it's my everything. Actually, that is doggone, I didn't lean it down correctly, but I'm talking fast, aren't I? Yes, I am. Okay, that's probably good. And with the photopolymer stamps, an optional supply, you don't absolutely have to have it, is one of these foam mats. Can make for slightly more successful stamping. It isn't, since I let that sit too long, huff on it. So we're going to stamp thank you with the points on the hexagon going up and down, and we're going to need to do that 3 times. And I think what I'm going to do, like what I've done with my other Let's Kit Togethers, I'm not going to assemble the whole kit. I will show you how to do each card. Otherwise we'll be here all forever and you don't need to see me. I'm just doing all my stamping ahead though. I'm sliding too. Get back in camera. Okay. Okay, I'm really digging the colors in this kit. I gotta say that. So they give you 1 extra hexagon in case you blow it. Don't blow it. Save that for something else. Okay, I'm going to put that aside to dry. We're going to take a look at card 2 stamping. Hopefully you can keep up or pause or whatever you need to do. We need the Just Because You're So Special to Me. Man, that is tiny on there. And I have pretty good eyes. We're stamping it on what? On this white rectangle. Okay. Just checking, just because. And I clean my stamps after, faithfully. That one comes off in the corner. And doing the same trick. Okay. I'm gonna stamp. Yeah, that looks good. Don't want to blow it. I suppose I could always cut some white cardstock if they give you 1 extra blank, but, and I half expect we're stamping on there, but I don't know yet. So get that centered on your little white rectangle. Yeah, I'm not liking how this is inking up. I don't know, maybe it's the ink spot. Your kit's probably fine. Maybe it's just me. There, I just need to let it sit and get that ink soak in a little bit. So there's a tip. If it's coming out spotty, one, two, three, four. Yep, much better. Okay. So we're gonna set this aside because that looks like all the stamping on number 2 card. Number 3 card, wishing you a magical birthday. Okay. Wishing you a magical birthday is on the other side, opposite from the just because. Okay. And my little tip. Might be square. Find out in a moment. Yeah, this feels, yeah, it still feels sticky. Probably sucked all the oil off on the first one. Okay. Let's see how lined up we are. Dang good. Could be a little bit better. Gonna lift this side up a little bit. And there might be enough ink to just be able to tell this. No, it's still off. Cheapers. That's gonna bug me. Does it bug you? It's bugging me. Okay, I think we're gonna just start over. You guys can probably see it better than me. Okay, we're gonna call that probably good. How about that? Probably good. So for number 3, yep, we are stamping on the petal pink. I believe it's petal pink. Pennant type piece. So we'll stamp that 3 times. Looks like it goes right in the middle. Actually, that is pretty, fairly even. Sounds like there's still a little stick on this. So if you have that where ink's pulling away, or you hear that little kind of whoosh as it pulls apart, could be your stamp still needs a little prep, little back of the hand action. But that's stamped okay. Okay, I think we're done stamping. Sorry about the clatter. Clatter, clatter. And we're gonna set that aside to dry. And we're going to go back to card, and I think I'm done with my little pad. Card number 1. I'm filming sideways, aren't I? Gosh darn it. I bet I am. I'm sorry. I really am, if I am sideways. So for card 1, we need, it looks like, so we have these intricate laser cut, I'm going to guess they're laser cut. They look laser cut pieces. So we need, for card 1, we need this one in Bermuda Bay, which is a retiring color now. Not retired, but retiring. It will be gone completely soon. I don't know what we have left in Bermuda Bay supplies. Bermuda Bay, if I may just wax history a little bit, is it looks like we need to take some of these strips to put on the back of this and some dimensionals. So I see strip, 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 and 3 dimensionals. And it's going to go on, from what I can see, This is card number 1, card front. So I just want to make sure that, oops, didn't mean to bend that it lays flat. I do have a bone folder. There we go. Brought one just in case, just a hunch. So let's get, and I need the mini dimensionals too. So yeah, Bermuda Bay was an in color some 10 to 13 years ago, quite a while ago. Then it came back as a core color and now it's gone. So who knows if we'll see it again? It's difficult to say. So we need to put a hexagon at the top of that point, or a mini dimensional, I mean. And it looks like over here I grabbed too many. And we'll do that. Don't forget, we'll repeat this 3 times for all 3 cards, unless you're only making 1 card the correct way, and you're going to do the other 2 as alternates. I don't know, I kind of want to cut into those envelopes and get that paper, but knowing me, I will put my kit together the way it is pictured, because that's just what I do. That's just how I roll. Okay. There'll be some serious lift on this card. Oops, you see that? Yep. Still time to correct that. Looks like they gave us just enough paper to put the thingies on. Okay, putting this aside for a minute. So we then go ahead and lay that on our card front. I'm going to lay this flat. I'm going to open it back up and start taking the adhesive off. And I'm going to guess you only get 1 chance to get this on there. I don't know. Normally our little strips are pretty darn sticky. 1, 2, got that one. Okay. Okay, so we place it such that there is a border, a uniform border around the edge. How did that, what is that? Oh, that came with my strip. It's just part of the paper I pulled it from. And I don't want to get my head in the camera. Oh. Does that look good? Probably. Okay, I'm going to get my garbage out of here. Okay. That looks pretty good from what I can see. Almost in the center. That would be one way you can line it up. Okay. I'll know that for, make sure those are lined up. I was trying to do the edge, but do I have play left? I don't want to lose the sticky. Just note that instead of trying to line it up so you get a uniform border around it, use those little red dots as your line up points. I think that's my advice. And this is part of why I do these kit togethers, so you can learn from me. So now we need the beautiful dots that I've been wanting to play with. And we're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 around that center on the thicker border things. So is that correct? Yep. 1. I'm all nervous now. Okay, just want to make sure I get this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Just checking, as you should too. God, this is a really pretty kit. These dots are amazing. They feel very substantial. Okay, so I would recommend that you put it so just barely there's a thin cut circle, Bermuda based circle going around there, just so they just slightly overlap the circle. And this really bugs me that it's off. So yeah, use my tips. And so for the last thing on this card, we're going to put 2 dimensionals behind our thank you. Okay. So they're saying 1, 2, something like that. And it goes, oh, I put my dimensionals in the wrong places. That's fine. I'm going to follow what they did. So it goes almost to the edge there and kind of in this little point piece that cuts up. And there's card number 1. Oh my gosh, you guys, this really was pretty easy, other than I'm a little mad that it's a little off. Only I'm going to know, and now you all know. But I guarantee anyone receiving it isn't going to know. Wow, that was actually really pretty simple for an intricate card. Okay, so card 1 is done. Let's flip our instructions to card 2. Hopefully it will go just as easy. So more of the same kind of adhesive thing. We need this, I think it's petal pink. I'd have to look, hold on. Oh, I didn't even look at that. So this kind of breaks up what components go with each card. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's kind of helpful. Probably should have flipped through all the instructions, but that's okay. I like to live on the edge. So we need one of these gray granite, beautiful printed for card number 2, according to that. Give that a little burnish. So we need this, we need this. Where's our, we need one of these little navy stripes. We need our greeting. And oh, that's the adhesive. Okay. Kind of weird when you look at it that way. Okay, so what was I going to look at? Oh yeah. Colors. That is petal pink. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I'm not spouting a color that is not in the kit. That is supposed to be petal pink. Okay, so I have my pieces and we'll need the gold dots. So this card goes landscape. Good to know. We're going to take and flip this over, and it looks like we need 3 stripes of this stuff. So we put one down at the bottom, and this is, I'm doing this because as you peel them off, they tend to want to curl back that direction. That kind of helps offset that. See, it wants to curl that way. So just kind of do that to kind of straighten it out. Don't know if there's a technical term for that. It's kind of like rolling a worm. And see, it lays flat. This one's curling a little bit, but that'll be fine once we adhere it. So we are done with these stripes for this card. It looks like we need 3 mini dimensionals in the middle, in the back of our, I want to call that a mandala. I'm not, because it's a uniform pattern. I don't know what it is actually. Kind of like if you've watched my other lives, horticulturally, I am bankrupt. Might be a good word for it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead since I've got my adhesive out. So we need 2 dimensionals behind our little, bugs me, navy piece. And we'll put it all down at once. Okay, 1, 2, and it looks like we get glue dots, 2 glue dots behind our greeting. And yes, I'm doing these slightly out of order, but not really. Yes and no. So 1. God, this is a really beautiful kit. Have I said that enough yet? I don't remember what the cost is. It's like $19 or something for 9 cards. I don't know. It was, considering all the gold foiling, and I don't remember. I just don't think it was a very expensive kit. Again, they release a new kit, I throw it in my shopping cart, and away we go. So we need to make sure your fold is up. So you put this on the correct way. Release your backing on the strips. Dimensional strips, foam adhesive strips. I guess that's the way it goes. And okay, so I'm not going to try and center it. I'm going to try, and it looks like it's supposed to go lay right over that. Get this out of the way. It looks like it's supposed to go, so I'm going to bring this off camera for a minute, a little bit, just so I can see it. Yep, that is much easier to line up. Boom. I'm crooked. How is that? Oh, please tell me it's not. I'm crooked. I don't like that. Thought I had it down. Wow. Okay. So, but if you see where the target is, center your little center things over those parts. I gotta pull this so my head is straight down on it. Sorry. Much more pleasing. There we go. Much like that. Okay, so we put our adhesive on. We're on step 3. We put our adhesive on the back of those. Let's go ahead and release the backing on the navy piece. And don't forget, you have to do all of this 3 times. So it looks like this goes. So it just kind of hangs out on the edge there. And then we just center our stamped sentiment. Like that, like that. Good, something like that. And then we put 3 gold dots in the middle of our little intricate 1, like that. So there's card 2. You guys, actually, this, other than, I'd say the trickiest part to this card kit is getting those laser cut overlays lined up. Other than that, this is a really easy kit. So there's card 2. And just remember, you have to do that 3 times if you're assembling the whole kit. I'm actually going to go back to this section. So we need the last card base we haven't used. So one of that. We need some kind of overlay in here, some angle cut overlay. I'm gonna guess it goes that way. And we need a strip of gold for card 3. And we need our last greeting, which is on the petal pink. And we've done the stamping, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let's go back to the assembly directions. And this one has no ribbon, but just a reminder that all our kits come with empirical and metric measurements in case you need to cut anything. Our paper pumpkin kits only come with empirical because they're only in the US. And if they retire the kit, which they retire every month, I know. I see the flaw in my speaking there. But sometimes they release old paper pumpkin kits as a kit internationally. And so then they'll add in the metric instructions too. Okay, so let's go ahead and yeah, that lays fine. Good, good, good. So put that aside. Now, I can already tell without even looking at the instructions, you want to make sure that you've got your laser cut piece because it's the same both sides. So you want to adhere it, so you flip it over and the diagonal goes from top to bottom. That's your back side. So just note that. When you're looking at it, your diagonal should go from top to bottom. And so we need to, again, put our little strips on. Oh, this kit is just so pretty. I really am. I just think the kits just keep getting better and better. I honestly do. Which is probably why I like doing the Let's Kit togethers, because it forces me to put them together rather than just sit and line up their pretty little boxes. Okay, so we need a dimensional right in the middle there according to the instructions. So make sure it's laying this way. And this is your strip lineup. And then we're going to go ahead and put the adhesive on. That's our greeting and our gold strip. It looks like it requires glue dots. The solid round circles are glue dots. So we're done with that for now. Glue dots. I threw them over here. Okay, so we need 2 glue dots each. I'm all wound up today. And I have not even had all the caffeine I normally do, which isn't a lot. I just got some amazing sleep last night, that's all. Okay. Oops. And glue dot. And remember, you have to repeat this 3 whole times per card. You know what I mean? Because there's 3 each. Right? Right. We're going to set aside our little strips. And we're going to go ahead and release the backing and put this down. And I can already tell based on the other two that we've done tonight that you want to, you're going to want to center this bad boy and make sure those match up. Start with that. So, oh, I didn't release all my strips. And now I've got a dimensional backing there. So you're going to want to make sure that that's lined up and centered. I'm going to pull this a little bit off camera so I can, this is one of those tasks where you kind of need to be able to look straight down on it. Oh my gosh. Darn near perfect. Might be a little off. Not much. Darn near perfect, you guys. Okay, so next up we want to put our gold strip down. And it looks like it just gets centered along here, kind of like that. Like that. Release the backing. We're almost done. Oh my gosh. Well, except for having to do this multiple times, but you know what I mean? You know what I mean. Okay, and now we need to, by the way, I've missed my garbage a couple times with these adhesive backings. It looks like it snowed little dimensional backings all over my chair, by my chair. Oh my gosh. So we only need one little of these really awesome little gold dot things right in the middle there. And that is it. This is actually a really darn easy kit. Let's take a look. Let's bring it all. Let's put our extra pieces aside. And that. And bring in one of each envelope so we can take a look in the flesh. And so I like to burnish that a little bit. So that's card 2. Oops, that's card 1. This is card 3. Oh my Lord, is this ever stinking beautiful and easy. Okay, so here is our kit tonight for our Let's Kit Together, the colorful Kaleidoscope kit. How really, honestly, very easy it is and how beautiful. This was a highly satisfactory kit to put together. I don't know why. I think the beauty is in the gold accents and then the laser cut layers. I think that's why. It is a really beautiful kit. So get your kit. In the US it's item something 161. I don't remember the rest because I threw it all away. I threw it away in my garbage because 161804. It's item 161804 in the US. This beautiful, colorful Kaleidoscope kit. Get your kit. It makes 9 cards and beautiful envelopes that I really want to just use white envelopes and use this paper for something. Just saying. It's just an idea that I have. I don't know. They're so pretty. Anyway, thank you for joining me for this edition of Let's Kit Together. And I hope